So I had an Ask Me question about a month ago that I never actually did this question and answer to, but now I have a little bit more time, so I'd love to get into that. Let's just get straight into it. If you could live any fictional character's life, who would you choose? Peaky Blinders for me. This is a really tough question. I'm not sure where to start. I don't really have a favorite movie or anything like that, so I'm just not sure. I'll think about it and I'll put it right here, and that's what I've chosen, but at the moment I can't think of anything. I don't have a question, but I think you have a badass looks. No homo, no offense. Thank you, appreciate that. In fact, if you want to tell me what it is that you like, if you know what it is or just the feel, if it's like, oh, it looks grungy or something like that, I'd love to hear because I would love to teach that. That's something I really want to start doing, pushing more style, because I have this knack for certain kind of manliness that I think I can just easily show people. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Any organic shampoo for the beard? Honestly, I haven't used any beard product in a really long time. I used to work with Beard Brand all the time. It's not like I stopped working for Beard Brand, I just stopped making things for Beard Brand, and I refuse to accept free stuff. It just bothers me. I like to do a one-for-one at least, and I ran out of my Beard Brand stuff maybe a year ago, so honestly, I just use soap sometimes, but most of the time it's not washed or anything, it's just water. Yeah, so I just kind of have I treat it well, and I don't really beat it up or pull it or touch it, so it's actually in pretty good shape. What do you love more than your beard? Okay, kind of everything. Beard is probably my least favorite thing about my whole style. I generally don't really like beards anymore. I think they're a useful element of a style. But honestly, I think that the thinner you are, let me start over. If somebody is really, really into beards and they think they look really, really good, well, that's how I feel about people that are in shape. Some people like beards, and that's cool, that's fine. At one point, I really liked them too. Now I'm really interested in fitness. So it's kind of like your evolution, and you push and pull to different things for different people at different times. And at the moment, and for maybe years now, I just haven't really super been interested in beards at all. They're just kind of like, it's like eyebrows, like I really don't care. So with that being said, are you going to be making new Beard Brand videos? In fact, I might, because there is a couple things that I want to talk about with beards that I think are really very helpful for people who have had a beard for a really long time. Really nice, kind of next level kind of thinking. Really, really cool stuff. And I really, really want to share that. Who is your style icon? I'm not really saying I like this person, how they dress, but I've always loved the idea of Indiana Jones, how he dressed nice, he was a teacher, and kind of he's gone through a lot of crap and his nice clothes get rugged and ripped and torn and just dirty, even though he's kind of an upscale professor. And I really always like that dynamic of two ends of the spectrum. So anything kind of like that, like John Wick's in a suit, but he gets beaten up and torn and bloody, that kind of duality is usually something that I'm really gravitated towards, and I see it all over the place, and I just kind of pull from those elements each time. How many watches do you own? What is your favorite one? Okay, great question. I love watches. I own 4 watches. I have my Casio F91W. I have my Omega Speedmaster. I have my Rolex Daytona. And my Hamilton Field khaki field, whatever. And I love them all, except for I am starting to consider selling my Hamilton khaki, just because it's kind of not being used as much. I keep going back to these 3, the Speedy, the Daytona, and the Casio. I use them all. They're very functional. I'm just kind of a chronograph type of person. I always like function. And the Hamilton just is, initially I was thinking would be used a lot for like outdoor stuff, but I'm just inside all the time. So yeah, that's that. Do I speak another language? If so, which one? I don't. I learned Russian once. I just forgot it. I learned a little bit of Mandarin once. I forgot it. Spanish, forgot it. French, forgot it. Portuguese, I forgot. Just a bunch of stuff, but I just never fully, just kind of just a broad stroke just to understand it a little bit. And not enough to, I just never lived with it. So yeah, I never really got into that. I would love to, but just no need right now. Thoughts on toxic masculinity? See, something like that, I don't think masculinity can be toxic. I don't think femininity can be toxic. I think it's about a perspective. I think that people are one way or another, and it's somebody's reaction or how they interpret somebody else. If somebody's an asshole, they're an asshole. It has nothing to do with their masculinity or their femininity. If they're selfish, self-centered, these are behaviors. I don't think it has to do with the gender or gender roles. That's kind of all I have to say about it. I think that it's just a weird, it's just weird. Just want to appreciate your whole style. I love it. Thank you very much. That's super awesome. Again, I'd love to hear more specifics so I can teach it and share what I know. What do you do for a living? I've made a video on that. I'll post it below, specifically what I do for a living. I'm a motion graphics artist, and I'm trying to switch that for online coaching and teaching. Kind of gravitate towards that in general. I think it's the funnest thing. I'd love to teach all sorts of branding and personal development for people who want to level up their online image and their business online, and just in general, their sex appeal, whatever it is, what they want to put across, their identity online. So I really want to push that. I just haven't figured out what people don't know yet. Not a question, but I envy your mustache, my friend. Thank you, appreciate it. It's not anything that I did personally. There is one thing that I do to make my mustache always a little bit better, which is nothing. People always trim it and they go straight in and buzz it and cut it and just don't ever touch it. That's my secret. Now, some people let it get too long. Some people have it longer than mine and it starts to thin out. If mine did that, I would trim it. I would trim it to the thickest point, not buzz it. I would just kind of like bring it out straight and just trim it. It's hard to explain something that I don't have. I would be happy to cut somebody else's mustache. If you want me to cut your beard, I'd be happy to. But yeah, I don't know, hit me up if you're in Brooklyn. Would you ever go for a beard style without the heavy mustache? Actually, I have once. I'll see if I can find a picture and put it up. I think it was really good look. I really liked it. It was really refreshing. Eating was really nice. Soon I will be I'm dropping a lot of weight, and my goal is to get a lot more gaunt in the face. And as soon as I get gaunt in the face, I'm going for a very long stubble look. And I'll be playing with kind of like a very, very short Van Dyke-ish with stubble thing. Not sure, I can't explain it, but I just see it in my head. I haven't really seen it before, so it's gonna be really cool. How do you manage times when you just can't even with work or creativity? Now, I was talking to Landon. That's somebody I've gotten to know through Instagram. Super good dude, motion graphics artist as well. So he was basically kind of saying like, how do you just choose what to spend your time with and being creative and everything like that? And basically, I didn't have an answer. That's something that I struggle with as well. I do try to figure out what either I'm most passionate about, so that if it's a waste of time, at least I'm in love with it. Or if I have a long-term goal, I just try to study and get information about it and just kind of live in the world, watch YouTube videos, like say it's fitness. I'm like watching everything, reading things, even if I'm not working out. So kind of just overall, all-encompassing, living in, immersing, or like I said, just doing what I love. I mean, you can't go wrong if you're happy, right? Even if you're not being progressive. So that's kind of my theory for now, because I don't think it's the best, but it works and it's not wrong. So it makes me very happy to hear that there was a lot of style questions with these, and there was definitely a lot of beard related and facial hair related questions. I still don't understand necessarily what the struggles are there. But that's a good thing. That means it's kind of second nature for me and I can share what I know. I tried to avoid any beard related stuff so I could put that directly for beard brand, because beards can kind of really pin you down as soon as you start talking about it. And then whenever I do make a beard related video, I've made like a bunch for this channel, they don't get any views. So it's really interesting. Not really sure what to do about that. So if you guys have insight on that and why you don't watch the beard channel, the beard videos on this channel, let me know why that is. So I'd love to hear what video you want to hear next. So I had my minimalism video that you guys asked for. I put that up today. And then I had my personal growth. I had 2 of those this week. And then I have a style about the cologne tomorrow. And then I'll do another style one. You just let me know what style, particular topic, jeans, shirts, hair, beard, whatever. Let me know what you guys want. The winner will be what I'll just do. So until next time, guys, over.